Hey there, YouTubers and collectors and fans of stretchy and squishy figures. This is Salvador Los Angeles with my review and downright competitive comparison. This is going to be a contest because I have two squishy, stretchy figures right in front of me. They were found close in time to one another, a few weeks apart, a month apart maybe. And they're very similar. Packaging similar, size similar, character, same or similar? Depends on how you look at it. Same character, I think. Frankenstein knockoff. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. These are Frankenstein. I would say sort of knockoffs because they're not labeled Frankenstein, and you're going to see the bolts that go on the side of the neck, they're on the side of the head, and all this. And also. When my girlfriend saw the figure on the left at first, she asked me if it was the Incredible Hulk. So, we're going to have a look at that and see how, hey, you can't blame her when you look at some of the qualities on the figure and the apparel. Especially look at the one on the right. He's got the purple shorts like the Hulk. So anyway, Monster Flex on the left is made by Diramax, which is an Italian company because they're based in Milano. I think that implies that they're... Wait, Milano? Did I say Milano? What did I say? Let me have a look at this. Yeah, Milano. Where's Milano? I got it confused with Milan. Bastione di Porta Volta. Yeah, that sounds Italian. Milano. I think that means Milan. And then Squish Monster, actually called Gre-Gory, is by Jaru. And Jaru... Where does it say it's from anywhere? I guess Jaru doesn't claim to be from anywhere in particular. Oh, here we go. Sorry. My fault. Jaru, Jacksonville, Florida. Figure made in China, but Jaru is in Jacksonville, Florida. So I guess an American company. Now, did we look at the entire back of this? Let's go back a little bit. Squish Monster. There's three in this first. I think this is the first series, I think. There are the three characters. Monster Flex. There are 14 figures, and this is Series 1. This is not labeled Series 1, but there is a subsequent series called Series 2, so I think that implies this is Series 1. Look at that, 14 figures in this series, 2 of them glow in the dark. I do have a few of these. But I have the entire Series 2. Series 2 includes a Dracula. Well, to us it's Dracula, but I don't think it's called Dracula. Yeah, called Vampire. See that? Called Vampire. See, so they're not using proper names. Like they even have what they call a swamp monster, but we would call it a creature from the Black Lagoon, right? But anyway, and then how about a ghost face? They call it Boogeyman. Anyway, I do have this entire Series 2. And, I fell in love with these figures, so... Am I biased towards Monster Flex right off the bat? Maybe, but I'm willing to give it an actual chance. I'm willing to give Squish Monster a chance because I like this guy too, Monster Flex and all the other Monster Flex figures you can find at the 99-cent store or or on eBay, maybe Mercari too. At the 99-cent store, they debuted, or recently released anyway, at $2.99. Now, it's a 99-cent store, but they're selling stuff for greater than 99 cents. They're going up to $2.99 now. Hell, they're going up to $15.99 on some stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we have $2.99 versus $5.99. Now, this was from Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby, $5.99. 99-cent store, $2.99. So they're kind of in a similar price range. I say similar, $3 more. I mean, in actuality, you could buy 2 Monster Flex for the cost of 1 Squish Monster. But again, I don't know. Is that important? To me, $2.99 to $5.99, to me, they're in the similar price point. Let's just say under $10. Okay? Did I just say price porn? I thought I said price point. I meant price point. Okay, it's late, folks. It's late. Okay, so Monster Flex does not have. Oh no, his name is. Oh, hello. What? What did I say earlier? Knockoff. Well, that's not a knockoff. He's called Frankenstein. I think that I thought he was a knockoff and not called Frankenstein because of the bolts. You're going to see where the bolts are. And again, this guy's not called Frankenstein. He's called. Can you see that? Gre-Gory. Gre-Gory. Okay, so we're going to get these guys out of the package. We're going to, since they're both monsters, they're both called Monster. Monster, Squish Monster, and Monster Flex. So in all their monsterness, we're going to measure their height, also their weight. That's going to be part of the comparison, part of the competition. Let's start with the packaging. Packaging is similar because this, you can stretch out their arms both on the packaging. So the packaging is similar, but as far as more collector friendly, you're going to look at Squish Monster. Squish Monster is all, is this clamshell? I forget the names of the packaging. Clamshell, and I've got the name of this packaging where you have the plastic on the cardboard. See, because there's no cardboard on Squish Monster, whereas Monster Flex is plastic on cardboard. I forgot the name of that. Anyway. I mean, you know, it all depends on how you look at it. If you're looking at it as an environmentalist, you want to have less plastic, right? But if you're looking at it as a collector, you want to have more plastic because this is going to hold longer. In fact, I kind of wish, I mean, I like the fact that you can just, in the store, on the retail aisle, you can tug them. That's fun, but at the same time, if for those mint on card, mint in sealed box collectors, do you want to have these exposed? I don't know, because you know why? These don't clean too well. This type of material, this type of, what do you say, rubber? It's not rubber, but you know, rubber-like. Latex? That's what it is, I think. This type of latex, you can't really wipe it off too well. I'll show you in a minute, because we're going to go back in time a little bit. Before we take these out of the package, or should I say, when you see these guys next, they're going to be out of package. But in the meantime, let's go down memory lane a bit. This thing is so big I can't even fit him in the frame. Stretch Armstrong. This was made by Jazzwares, came out in 2016 in a conjunction with Hasbro. I think Hasbro created Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, there we go. Jazzwares LLC, made in China, 2016 Hasbro. So, growing up, I had the original Stretch Armstrong with syrup inside, and this guy here has syrup inside too. You know, the problem with syrup, I mean, I like syrup because syrup enables you to do stuff like this where you can stretch. Look how you stretch. And then look how slowly he's going to retract, right? That looks strange. Okay. Hello. Okay, so that's cool that it does that. You can stretch it and then it slowly retracts. So you're going to see these new figures don't have syrup in them, but they have sand in them. Sand, hello. Okay, so there's Stretch Armstrong. And now is Elastigirl. So I did a review of this figure. You can check out my review of The Incredibles Elastigirl. Also filled with syrup. In fact, I think it even says here, yeah. It even says there on the back, syrup. And this was a Disney Store exclusive. And you know what? She's gorgeous. But you know what the problem is? When they're filled with syrup, I mean, what is syrup? Syrup, I think it's like a sap. Is syrup a sap, or it's like a sap? And what happens to sap over time? It hardens, right? So she was up on a stand like this, sort of on a stand, kind of suspended. And I haven't touched her in maybe a year or two, right? And, oh, geez, she was hard. In fact, you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. You can't hear that. But I broke her leg. It's just the syrup, but it hardened. And so I was trying to heat her up. I was trying to do, you know, slowly. I was trying to slowly get her ready. And then, boom, cracked her leg. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I like the syrup. I like the idea of it. I like what it does. But over time, I don't know about the syrup. So we're going to see these new figures which have sand in them. Now, along the way, I found these guys at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree specifically, a couple of days ago. And I said, well, I want to do this video. Let me check out these guys. also stretchy figures. Now, one thing I think is funny about these guys, well, first of all, they're $1, which is fantastic. I mean, we'll see once we get them out of package, but already off the bat, you can probably guess they're worth at least $1. You know, I give them credit for the efforts. But I've never seen, it says Super Stretch Toy. I don't even know who makes this. Super Stretchy Fun. All new material. Yeah, it says sand right there. Imported by Greenbrier International of Chesapeake, Virginia. Made in China. Look at all the warnings. I'm not even going to read all these. Seriously. Look at all the warnings and caution and important and handling instructions. I've never seen paragraph after paragraph of safety warnings on a toy that's not even an electronic. So that's pretty funny. So pause that if you want, because, oh boy, there are some rules to follow. Hey, but listen, so that was the idea. Let's get these guys out of package. Just a quick look. We're not going to talk so much about these guys, but I figure since we're here, since we're here, right? Filled with sand. Head feels kind of hollow. So one thing I like about these sand-filled stretchy figures, these guys and the next guys, is that unlike figures like Elastigirl that has the hard plastic head and the neck doesn't stretch, but with this guy, with the soft head, you can stretch the neck. The neck becomes something, look at that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so for $1, filled with sand. Yeah, you know what? Feels great. A lot of fun. Some sort of soldier. He has a star on the front. Let's open up this guy. This guy looks like, well, some sort of paratrooper maybe? It's hard to tell. Let's open him. Also for $1. Also for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Yeah. Look at that. Lots of fun. Look at that. Whoop. Whoop. I love it. Look at that neck. Whoop. Yeah, see, so that's what I love about the rubbery neck and head, is that you can do that. So that's a lot of fun. Let's do this. I don't know. Yeah, there's so much fun. There's such a fun factor with these guys. Okay, so I think we're going to pause. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to pause, and then we're going to get our first two guys in, our first two Frankenstein versus Gre-Gory. All right, so hang on. Okay, so first up is going to be Frankenstein by Diramax, part of the Monster Flex line. Let me tell you what I really love about this guy right off the bat. Now, in fairness, I've had this guy out of package. I got two of them because I loved him so much. I got this guy, I've had him for a while out of package, and I just love the way he feels. He feels almost like a little baby. A little tiny preemie baby is what he feels like. He's got a real interesting feel to him, is what he has. The stretchability, well, let's look. And look, you can stretch the face. That's so much fun. Again, the heads are not hard plastic, so you can stretch the face. Look at that. That's so much fun. So Frankenstein would normally have the bolts right here on the neck, right? But look where they're at. They're almost like Shrek, right? Doesn't Shrek have some sort of horns? Am I crazy? I think Shrek has something similar. So again, my girlfriend was like, is that the Incredible Hulk? Okay, easy to confuse the two. Okay, if you forget about these for a second, forget about they look like snorkels. They don't look like bolts. Okay, forget about the snorkels on the side. Okay, I can see it. Especially since you can see the leg. I mean, Frankenstein, you couldn't really see his lower leg, So these almost look like shorts. And then he's green, so kind of looks like the Hulk almost, right? I can see it. I can see how someone would think that. But if you look closely, you got the scars. Frankenstein, was put together. He was assembled, Frankenstein's monster. So there are the scars where the body was pieced together. Little tiny feet. Nothing. Oh, what does it say on the bottom? Oh, Diramax. It says Diramax on the bottom. Okay, it says it right there. So you can feel the sand inside. Definitely feels different than the syrup. Over time, I'm really interested to see how this holds up over time. Because again, it's very... I mean, it's different. It's not the syrup. It has no... nothing's going to retract slowly. Watch this. You let it go. Look, it happens quickly. It's very different than the Stretch Armstrong we saw earlier, or even Elastigirl. Well, Elastigirl when she was new, because again, you look at the syrup. Anyway, this isn't about syrup versus sand, but you know, since we're talking. Okay, so I mean, just a lot of fun, and again, $2.99. You have to consider the price point. You have to consider how much are you paying for this guy. Wait, how much are you paying for me? Wait, I'm sorry, it's Frankenstein. How much are you paying for me? Was that a Romanian accent? I don't know what the hell that was. But look how he sits. It's kind of... I really... the thing I love most about Frankenstein Monster Flex is just kind of how he holds. He just has a fun... He holds in a fun way, right? It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. So there we go. So now let's see. Gre-Gory by Jaru. I think it kind of looks less like Hulk, right? This would be harder. You wouldn't necessarily think this was Hulk. He's bigger than Frankenstein. I'll give you the dimensions in a second. But he does have shorts. He does have shorts. You can see the lower leg. The bottom says Jaru. And this says, what does this say? It's like a code, some sort of code. And again, he has the bolts, but they look more like Shrek-like snorkels. Actually, no. You know what? These look more like bolts than the Diramax one. They do. They look a little more like bolts, but still, they're way up there above the ear instead of on the neck. So he's not called Frankenstein. He's called Gre-Gory. And he has the scars all over his body, too. I don't know what these are. It's almost like... This looks kind of weird. It's like two giant circles. It's almost like he has pecs on his back. It's kind of a strange choice. Here they are together. I like them for different reasons. In my hand, I like the Diramax. Just in my hand. Just, again, that fun factor. But check out what this guy can do. Check out. He's got more of a firmness to him. I can almost feel that they put a little more money into this guy. So the $3 more, absolutely worth it. No question about that. So check this out, though. When you stretch him, look at his face. He'll kind of stay there. He'll kind of stay there a while. Watch what happens. I flattened him. Watch, like he got run over. Or like a pancake. Watch. Flatten him like a pancake. Look at that. So, you know, he has, I don't know if it's the kind of sand or that he has more sand. Or I don't know if it's the latex body materials. I don't know. But he's got the ability to kind of retain a shape. Like he can retain a shape. See that? He's just doing crunches. Whereas Diramax, he's not going to retain any shape. He's just this, I mean, he's not going to hold any pose at all. Whereas Jaru, see, look at that. He's still holding that shape. So an interesting figure. You know why? Because he's not just stretchy. He's not just squishy, but he kind of will hold. His body will almost hold a position. Let me just give him a good stretch. Yeah, look at that. His body will hold a position for a while. So very interesting. Let's squish his head back down. Look at that. Okay, so that's pretty, I mean, it's crazy, but it almost looks like a character from The Simpsons right there. So definitely another type of fun factor with Gre-Gory by Jaru. I would say I like these figures. I like both of them. I do like both of them. But if I had to choose one, if I had to tell you to go choose one, this is a tough one. But you know what? I'm gonna say Jaru. I'm gonna say Gre-Gory by Jaru, because you know what? He has a fun factor. I mean, but he's got an interesting factor, because I don't think, I mean, it's almost got like a beanbag quality to him, you know? And he'll hold, look at that. He'll just kind of hold these shapes. So I would say that there's an interesting factor that we didn't discuss earlier. You know, there's a fun factor, there's an interesting factor. And I think as far as interesting, as far as different, I'm going to go with the Jaru. Pay the $3 more if you had to choose. I mean, do you have to choose? Do you go out there like, I can either get the Diramax or I have to get the Jaru? I mean, you know, God willing, let's hope that you can get both of them, you know, because they're both fun. They're both fun in their own way. Again, in my hand, just like this. Oh my God, Diramax, Frankenstein, just feels very neat. Feels neat. And then Jaru for these interesting shapes that it can retain. And since they're both sand, I'm thinking these will hold up over time. I mean, hey, what's older than sand? I don't know. Dirt? Dirt is different than sand. You have sand, then you have dirt. You have dirt and you have sand. I think they're different, but anyway. Oh, my backdrop is falling. Okay, let's get out of here. Hey, listen, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching my Stretchy figures comparison and review and competition. And thanks for letting me go down memory lane with these Stretchy figures. Hey, check the toy aisles now. There's a lot of Stretchy figures out there. Stretchy, squishy figures are popular now and are gaining a lot of traction. So get out there and find what you like and have a good time. To me, they're loads of fun. So thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe, please. All right, see you next time.